I'm Lane Ledbetter. I'm the superintendent of schools for Midlothian ISD. I've been in the district starting my 4th year now. And when I first came to the district, we really began looking at our vision and went through a process of strategic planning to rewrite our vision, inspiring excellence to change the world tomorrow. And everything we had done since then has come from that vision. We've looked at developing our cultural tenets, taking what this community is all about, what this school district is all about, and putting that into words.
Well, when we're talking about our community's children, we first really wanted to start with what were their highest hopes, or what are our community's highest hopes for our children. Because when you're in the process of changing the environment, the learning environment, ones that we grew up into, something that would prepare a student for their future, there needs to be some conversations, and what does that look like?
As we, embarked on our strategic plan and our visioning statement about 3 years ago, one of the things that we've been studying are cultures. We've been looking at organizations, corporations, the world our students will be going out into. And when you look at all those high-performing cultures that was part of our cultural tenets process, those places our students are going to be going into, that's how they're working. Those are the environments they're going into, and so it did not make sense for us to continue teaching inside the 4 walls in rows that they will not be going into. And so it's time for us to take that next step and really open up the innovation and the learning spaces and providing that ideal learning experience for today's learner, not yesterday's.
My name is Kelly Tigner, and I'm the sales rep for the greater Tarrant County region. I'm finishing up year 6 here at Lone Star. And I actually came from public education. So I was a special education teacher and an assistant principal in Arlington ISD. When I was in education, we were already sort of making this shift to more collaborative learning spaces and spaces that really moved instruction forward and allowed students some more choice. So we wanted to go away from sort of the rows and the traditional setup that we were so accustomed to, that you and I probably grew up in, and move toward classrooms that really met students right where they were. If they needed to stand for a period of time, if they needed to wiggle and move, if they needed to collaborate and pull desks together, they're able to do that really easily.
Did it feel kind of dark in here with all the brown all over the wall?
Yes.
Okay.
Felt like a school back then in the 1820s.
In the 1820s. Wow.
Or something. Well, not that far back.
That does hurt.
Small, tables, and they were like your laptop was all that could fit.
All the desks were falling apart, and the teachers were complaining about it, and having to move them was so hard.
There was not that much space in the library. There was big walls that were surrounded, and we couldn't go out of our classroom to work normally, and there was not this good of furniture.
There's no collaboration areas, so we can't, like Braylon said, we can't go out of our classroom. We have to stay in there.
We were fortunate a couple of years ago to pass a very extensive bond program in line with where we're trying to go from an educational standpoint, academic standpoint. A big piece of that was a renovation of our current facilities to create more innovative spaces for our students. And through innovation, it meant expanding, taking down walls to create collaborative spaces, but a big piece of that was also looking at what resources we're putting in those classrooms with respect to furniture. And so how can we create a collaborative environment for our kids so that they can maximize their learning, utilizing the technology that we put in place, but also maximizing the use of that space.
So really we're trying to approach each campus individually and really understand what their needs are, because each campus does have different needs. And I say that it's very individual, understanding that as a district, there are certain goals that need to be met.
And then we really started with our community and our parents, and then teachers and students. They all joined the conversation. And over a year of time, we've met periodically, we surveyed, we focus grouped, and we dug deeper into those conversations, which really emerged our culture. What is it that we believe in, and what is it that we value? And so things like Midlothian Strong, we're better together with our community, honor relationships. We know we all excel when we know we have a nurturing, caring relationship, either with a colleague, as a student with the teacher, and a parent with the teacher. That's trust. Also, what emerged was unlimited potential. So when it comes to our students and our parents and our staff, we're always learning and always improving. And so we're always bringing out the best in ourselves, and that requires fostering the unlimited potential aspect of our culture. The other piece was celebrating the power of diversity. And diversity is not just that you have more special talents and you have these special talents. It's really about how I like to learn, what is in the best interest for me. Am I a collaborative learner, or do I really need to learn this by myself, or do I want to draw this, or do I want to use technology to show my learning?